Hey YouTube, ID.Furkan here, and this is the Kia EV6 GT-Line. It's a rear-wheel drive with 77.4 kilowatt-hour battery. The color is named Aurora Pearl Black, and it's shiny. It's shiny. But this is an important car for Kia because the EV6 is fully made on the eGMP platform. It's an 800-volt car, and that means you can charge quick. So let's dive into the car. You will be greeted by this new logo by Kia, and the GT line version has a different kind front bumper, also a different kind diffuser at the back. We have LED lights at the front, a 360 camera. This is at the front, a radar at the front for smart cruise and highway driving assistance. Well, we have a HUD on the car, radars and sensors on the windscreen, and 19-inch wheels. These are 235, 55, 90. We have the same at the back. So this car is running a square setup. So if you want to switch tires front to back, it's possible. And we have here flushed handles. We will go inside in a minute. And from the rear, we have this spoiler, which blows the air through the windscreen to this tail spoiler tail light combination, which gives you downforce if you're going a bit faster than allowed on the Dutch roads. For the people who are saying, where's the rear wiper? Nope, not here below. But Kia says, if you're driving, the wind will blow under the spoiler away from your windscreen. Just washed my car and it surprisingly did work. And for the people who are saying, and me in the winter, don't worry, we have a rear heated window, so you can melt away the snow. I want to charge my car. Where's my charging port? I don't see it. Well, Kia made this tactically between the right tail light. You press on here because this knob presses this button, and then ta-da! You have your access to your Type 2 Manacus charger or your CCS2 charging port. And from the outside, yeah, personally, I don't like that these pointy bits are like this. I am a person who lost a charging port because someone just walked beside it. While this is not even further, it's still asking for problems. Keep in mind when you're parking the car, don't try to lose this cover because I believe it could be expensive because it's motorized. You can't move it inside. You must always press the button. Ta-da! Well, because the eGMP is designed with the mind of electric vehicles, this car has a trunk, but also a frunk. Let me show you the trunk first. We have this cover, which is rollable back to base. What we have is here on the left a 12-volt socket, handle to bring the left rear down, handle on the right for the same, speakers, your tether stuff left and right, not in the middle. In the middle we have a ski hatch, which is now closed, and something below. You can remove this like that, so you will have, let's say, 6-7 centimeters deeper rear trunk. This is your mobility kit from Kia, my Type 2 charger. It's pretty heavy because, let's see, it's for 32 amperes and 480 volts. So pretty high, and it's heavy. But it's quality thing. This is your trunk. You can't really do much more with this. Now let's move to the frunk. Well, for the frunk, you need to pull the handle like you will do for a normal ICE engine. The car is still running, so it's beeping. Sorry for that. Handle right here and open it. Ta-da! What we have here is your liquids left, liquids right, fuse box, 12 volt, and the frunk right here. Ta-da! This is the rear-wheel drive edition of this car, and that means we don't have an electric engine at the front. Let me open this right here, and then you see that is a really deep frunk, which gives us a lot of space to put some things like home charger, or a better thing, vehicle to load charger. Ooh, we're gonna have some fun with this later. Well, let's go inside and let's talk about the interior. The door, we have buttons, not touch, just buttons, lovely buttons. Handle right here, this is just design. First and second memory seat. Looking at seats, some leather parts, fake leather. And then we have here ventilated seats. These headsets are interesting because you can just pull out, go back, and then go back. Like that. And you can go forwards, backwards, down, up. It took me literally 30 minutes to an hour to find the right setting on this seating. The first few minutes I was like, it's pretty hard. The lumbar support is very out, I would say, on the minimum stand. After you found your setting, seat setting, it was okay. It was good enough to sit for hours in a go in this car. But that's the thing I would like to say. I didn't really make this negatively, but more on the positive side. 3-minute seat setting tryout is not always enough. Well, back to the interior. This is the GT line with the high trim. You will have two things: brushed aluminum right here and glossy black, high gloss black. It's visible. Here's glossy black. On the edges are glossy black. On the door handles is glossy black. It's not a bad thing. It gives a bit more luxury, but with any car with high glossy black, it's a dust magnet. You will see it very easily, but there's more. This is the GT line edition, and the GT will have it also too. So we have here brushed aluminum, and these are touch buttons. Same for that. This is also touch. If I swipe here, you will have your AC controls, and if you swipe again, you will have controls of your infotainment. This is great. This is lovely. The one issue I had is when I was driving, and I was like, let I try change AC or change my media or navigation. I was like, I'm gonna hand right here and change it. And after a while, my steering was getting warm, and my steering wheel heater was on. Sad. But you get used to it, and then you try to hover your hand over the touch panels, and then it's fine. Actually, the lower trims does have a button. Now going back to the steering wheel, and you think, are these touch buttons? No, these are buttons, real buttons, switches, toggles, you name it, and it's great. I love it. It's great. Lovely to use. You know what to press, and you don't really need to look. Here below we have a drive mode. If you press on the drive mode, we will have sport mode, eco mode, and normal mode. Every three has the different feel in acceleration, and you feel the difference pretty well. Eco felt a bit slow for me. Normal was fine, and sport is a bit more happy triggy, but not really sporty. So it's quick, but not quick. Do you follow me? Okay. You will see it on the acceleration video. Now for the dashboard at front, if I press this button right here, you will have different kind of options as shown. And if I go left or right on each one, you will see what kind of options you have. What is great on the system, on your screen at least, you have your regeneration level, you have your state of charge, if your car is ready, your speed, your drive system, which mode you are, your range left, your average consumption of previous 20-50 minutes or something, your odometer right there. When you're charging, you see here speed, charge speed you have, and the time you have left. Maybe the most interesting bit you have here is when you want to change lanes or want to show a direction where you're going. Blind spot cameras. How cool is that? Lovely, right? Lovely. And these are because if I just park my car, and it's gonna beep, of course. Well, these are the cameras which shows the sides of the vehicle, but also the rear of the vehicle. And your blind spot radar is right there. That logo triangle right there. It will glow as a red icon. Now, back inside the center console. This we covered. This is your gear selection, your key charger. Let me show you like that. Perfect. And when it's working, this will go orange. Cup holders, a very deep pocket. Then here under we have even more space. Lots of free spots here. Maybe a key holder right there. I would say something like that. Your USB-C, your USB 12-volt socket, your USB-A or for your Android Auto or CarPlay, another USB-C right there. For the part piece of this car, we press this button and then let's run the show, right? You are thinking it was a no panoramic roof. No, it's even better. It's a panoramic roof which goes open. Very great. But it's not that big, you know? But if you want a panoramic roof that can open, it's a wonderful thing. For now, we close it again. And if you just press it, it will just half open, and if you press it again, it will just close, but with cover open. And one last thing, of course, we have a glove box which has light. Well, the rear has the same styling, white sides with a gray seat, fabric seat, a flat floor, because this is of course an electric platform, stuff to hide away at the front. At the front seats we have an USB-C on this side, and on the other side no ventilation, sadly, at the back, which is changeable, but we have seat heater on the back. Lovely, right? Now, here on the right we have two ISOFIXes, one on the right, one on the left. We don't have ISOFIX at the front, so we can only have two baby seats at the rear. We have an armrest with a cup holder, if you like, if you want, or something else. And we have a ski hatch for your stuff, if you want to put away some skis or lumber for your home project. More, you can sit like this, but if you push the handle, you can sit a bit more upright, like that. As you can see, if you want to a bit more loading space at the back. But if you need more space, it goes flat with floor risen, and you can pretty much have the whole rear. I'm only 180. If I enable the lights here, you may see a bit better. I would say it's barely, but I am not touching anything on the up, and I have lots of space on this side. this side is pretty high, so I really can't put my feet under the seat because I sit really low on the ground. Now for the headrest, right here you can go up, but you can't push it forwards like the front here. Maybe better visible like that, and then it goes back. But the front you can't push it forwards, only upwards. So in the end, would I be able to drive, sit here in the back, relaxed, a bit more laid down? Sure, you know. Look how much space I have now. If I just laying back. And that's it. That is the interior of the EV6. Let's talk about the infotainment. Well, the infotainment is a great screen with a high resolution, wide enough to show lots of information in one go. This is your, let's say, screensaver. This is the thing you will see when you have nothing running. Your battery status, temperature, and the route you are driving currently. And if you have a navigation on, it will show the route on the right side. If you press on it, it will show me EV because I just pressed on the EV. Well, we pressed on the EV, so let's talk about the EV app on this car. You can schedule your stuff. If you press here, you can schedule the DC charger percentage, your current charger, let's say, of course, maximum if you are driving, or if you're charging on Type 2, Type 2s, or at home. Winter mode only works when you have heat pump and -10. And utility mode is your known camp mode. Long time camping, you can start camp mode and then, or utility mode, better said. And then you can have your AC running, you can have your, I would say, USB-Cs running, 12 volts running, everything, and it's everything pulled from the car battery, high voltage battery. But remember, you have a 77 kilowatt-hour battery. It's huge to use lots of electronic devices for a long time. Now, let's go back. Currently I didn't enable it, but it's all right. You can enable scheduled charging and heating, target temperature, but that is your EV side. Now if you press, can you swipe? We swiped, and this is your applications. EV map, navigation, phone, currently Android Auto or CarPlay if you have connected to it. Let me lock the, yeah, this is so much better. Lock this brightness, voice memo, climate, radio, media, valet mode. If you don't want other people to drive fast, let's say quiet mode. Maybe interesting for people, but the radio and media will play it at the front seats, and it will have a maximum sound level. Settings for your all daily settings. Kia Connect, which is the phone application, which I will show you on a different video what it can do and what it can show. Really great video. Notice and some other stuff. Kia Live will be the live data this car has. And of course, most important, the manual. Just scan this QR code and you can read your car. You know? Great, right? Great. Now, go back. I want to show you Android Auto. Now, well, you've seen it already, but it's like this. Now, going back. Kia, you will see this, and then from climate you can change it pretty much. But also a thing I want to show is if you have radio, I'm gonna close this, and you can have split screen here on the right. If you have split screen, you can just swipe from different informations, calendar, your temperature, your location or route, and your battery status on the right side. Really great, really lovely, but let's see how it really great, really lovely, and so forth. We didn't talk about the sound system really well. If you press on this button when you have media running, you can have your own custom, your authentic, and your surround sound system sound-wise. On authentic, the first one, it didn't really feel much. It was really flat, I would say. Some will like it. I didn't really like it. The flat feel of the radio and the flat feel of the songs you played on Spotify or somewhere else you're playing. But when you put it on surround, it felt more alive. A bit more deeper. The clarity between the instruments you will hear a bit better. Where would I rate this audio system? I would say slightly above my own car, but not like the Bang & Olufsen set in the Ford Mach-E. It's decent, but that is everything I would like to say about the sound system. It's not bad. By far, it's not bad, but it's not the best in the market. Keep in mind how higher the voltage of the sound system, how much energy consumption you will have long term. So that's also an energy reduction on long term. Keep in mind. That's the sound system I would like to say. And one party piece I would like to show is this button right here. This is the gear knob. You press the brake pedal and go left, right, D, or park again. This is your auto button, your park sensors. But this button, this is the camera button. If you press on it, your screen will turn, your camera's on. Of course, your rears first and your top. But we have more. If you press the square, you will see from above. This is the sides of the car you will see, but this button right here is the most fun part. Your car is in 3D. Sadly, it's not the car model. I couldn't change the color, but I would say if you start like this, it looks like 3D of top view, like on the right, but then it's a party piece. Look how high quality it is. Nice, right? And you see it's like this on this side, but when I turn around, wonderful, wonderful. I love it, I love it. Well, this was the Kia EV6. We talk about the exterior, interior, trunk, frunk and the infotainment, but there's of course more to talk about this car. The charging, the app, and how it does when you are road tripping and how fast it could be. I will also make a video about luggage space, baggage space, trunk space, which you can bring with this car if you're road tripping. So keep an eye on my channel and subscribe here below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again in my next EV6 video. And if you want some behind the scenes stuff, follow my socials, TikTok and Instagram, and I'll see you there too. See ya.